to listen to people.
Hi guys, welcome to Radionica, the National Public Radio of Colombia. Welcome to Colombia. How are you?
Thank
Very
you.
well, thank you. How are you?
First time in our country?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's great to know. Okay, let's start talking about MCU. No, no, just kidding. What makes Daredevil so successful as a TV series? I mean, it doesn't have big budgets and visual effects, great visual effects. What do you think, what's the secret to Daredevil to be so successful?
Strong story.
I think one thing that has kind of helped it a lot is that one thing that I've discovered in the last few years is that when you grow up as a comic book fan, you don't necessarily stop being a comic book fan when you get older. And I think that lends itself very well, particularly for this character, because this character works best when he lives in that tonally dark, thematically dark world. So I think that's part of the reason it's had success.
15 years ago, being on a superhero movie or something like that was like radioactive for many because it was very dangerous for your career. For you, what's the best and the worst of being part of a superhero world on TV or movies?
Well, in this day and age, it feels like there's a lot of good. You know, I mean, I feel very lucky that there's such a huge appetite for superhero content. And to be able to kind of piggyback off the back of that, you know, has been one of the great lucky strikes of my career. I don't know that I can think of a bad reason. I mean, maybe there's a chance that you become very well known for that character.
It's hard to escape the...
Hard to break the mold.
Yeah.
The last time that we spoke, you threatened me.
That is something that I cannot forgive.
I'll stop him for good this time.
There's only one way to stop me, but you're not going to do it.
Are you sure about that?
How do you feel about your role in Daredevil, and how do you feel about the role of women on MCU and Marvel series on TV?
Well, I'm quite pleased the direction that we're going. You know, I'm very glad for all of the supporting characters' sake, and that Eric, our new showrunner, talks a lot about there being no sidekicks. Everyone's story is their own. They're the hero of their own story, which is important, as most of the time in comic book stories in the past, women have merely been the girlfriend or the victim that the villain steals her away just to bait the hero. So I'm glad that when Karen gets in trouble, it's because she's trying to find the truth. She is as much a hero as any of the male players.
Two things very fast. Your favorite characters from comics besides yourself?
The graphic novel that I loved before any of the Netflix series was made was Alias. So I love Jessica Jones. I was very excited when they decided to make that show.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And the last one, we know that you are a big fan from Dungeons and Dragons,
Yes.
and you love that.
Yes.
What would you be? What's your favorite character? What will you be right now? And what would be Charlie for you?
Well, we know. We did mine.
We did.
we not?
Well, we did something that you would want to play. But you mean like Matt Murdock? Like Matt Murdock is a paladin, or potentially a monk.
No idea what you're talking about.
A monk / paladin. Maybe he's multi-classing.
And
I don't know. Oh, me? As Karen or Deborah? Either? Oh, I mean, Karen's an intellectual, maybe a bard, using her words and sort of the magic of the press. I'll go there.
Your enthusiasm.
Oh, I would talk about D&D all day long. I have to physically restrain myself so I don't bore everyone.
Sometimes you have to hurt one person for the greater good. The city needs a new villain. I think I might have found him.
Daredevil is our true public enemy.
According to eyewitnesses, the brutal attack has been carried out by none other than Daredevil.
Thank you guys, and congratulations for everything.
Oathbreaker.
An oathbreaker.
Oath-breaking.
Wow, I'm so offended right now. I don't even know why.
We can go.